Hey guys, Rachel here from Inspire Purpose, and I wanted to jump in and kind of give you some business mindset tips, hopefully encouraging. But I want to first say that having and growing a business is hard. It's hard physically, it's hard emotionally, it's hard mentally. You don't just one day have a business. It takes a lot of work, and a lot of people don't realize that. But there are some certain things in growing a business that are probably one of the hardest parts, and that is fear. I would say that fear is probably one of the hardest parts, but getting past fear is probably the most, critical thing for your business. And there's three in particular that I want to talk about. And some people have one or maybe two of these fears. Some people have all three of them. I had probably two of them, but the first being fear of judgment. Now, fear of judgment can come super easy because, say if you're jumping into a business that you may not have a lot of experience in, you're just coming in and it is your passion, but maybe you don't have the background, the schooling, you didn't go to school your whole life for it, whereas some people might have. But not being able to really get these thoughts out of your mind can be critical to your business. There's going to be a lot of comments. There's going to be something that, people are always going to judge another person on what they do. And it's not because of you or that you're doing something bad. It's simply because that's what people do. And, being able to get past that is so important. You have to also remember that there's a lot of people going and making, building a business online that have never done it but are successful. So the next fear I'd have to talk about is, of course, fear of failure. And you start thinking about these, all kinds of things with fear of failure. You have a family to support. Maybe you have a husband and kids, and you're like, what do I got to do if I fail? What if none of this works out and I just made the wrong decision? What if I took the wrong path? You know, um, fear of failure is definitely for me, it definitely was one of the biggest ones. The more you imagine of all these thoughts, the more you wanted to quit. And that is the wrong, you don't want to be a quitter and a failure. I know that sounds bad, but keep pushing. Keep pushing because you don't know until you get past something. And a lot of people just stop. They just quit after, fail, 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 fail. And the most important thing is getting past those no matter what. So finally, the last one is the fear of success. Now, you may not realize this one being a fear at first, but it really is. Like once you start building and once you start, getting clients or making money, you start wondering, how am I going to do all this? How am I going to keep this organized? Do I have enough people? Am I making there's a lot of questions that come with the fear of success. Can I do it by myself? Do I have the time to do all of this? Am I going to be able to do everything that everyone wants from me? So having time management skills, of course, is a huge one. But there is such thing as fears of success. Just saying, after I've gotten all of this business and I've got all these kinds of clients, now what? So let me tell you, everyone has had some or all of these fears. Okay, I promise you, it's not just you. It's not just me. And if they don't have these fears, then I don't know what they're doing to make it. But that is great. But I just want to, say that everybody has these fears. The biggest thing is getting past them. The biggest thing is moving past and jumping over those fears to get to the next level. And you have to have failure to grow. And you have to be able to change. Changing in anything is hard, but that is what you are doing when you go into something new. You're building a business, you're going into something brand new. You're changing every part of your life, your routine, your system. Because if you don't change, then nothing in your life will change, good or bad, successful or failure. It just won't change. You just have to go through life just being there. So you have to go through change, you have to go through failures, and you have to go through these fears. You will never know how far you can go until you try. And it can be scary, but keep pushing. keep pushing for your dreams. You started it, so no one else is going to do it for you. And you don't want to live the same life as you always have. You have to change. There are things that you're going to have to go through that you've never gone through before. So you can have these fears, but don't let them stop you from changing. Don't let them stop you from overcoming them. No. I'm glad you're here, and I love the fact that you're here. So until next time, be inspired, inspire others, and find your purpose. Bye. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscription button, and if you can, share it. If you like it, love it, please do. Write a review. That always helps small businesses, and we would love to impact other lives. So again, thank you, and have a blessed day.